Hello everyone and welcome to my latest video. This time I'll be demonstrating this new but vintage Electrolux Airstream 1000 Varipower. This dates from 1994, but it's only been recently unboxed. If you check back at my other videos you'll see me unboxing this machine for the first time. Well, I've used it briefly, but I haven't given it a full proper demo, so that's what this video is all about. I'm going to get my bag of filth out, spread it all over the carpet and see how this old cleaner performs. I'm also going to do a test on hard floor cleaning and we'll see how long this attached hose is, how many steps I'll be able to clean with the machine safely at the bottom. Right, without any further ado, let's get my muck chucked and see how this machine picks up. Right, I thought I'd test the Electrolux Airstream 1000's hard floor cleaning ability before I go onto the carpet. So, on this hard floor I've scattered some sawdust, some rice, some couscous, some salt and a few bran flakes. Now this machine is a single motored vacuum cleaner, so the brush roll will continue to spin, which means it might scatter some of this dirt around. I've selected the hard floor setting on the cleaning head and I'm going to go onto the full maximum suction. So I'll just pass the machine back and forth through this mess and we'll just see how well it copes. I'm predicting not very well, but who knows, it might surprise me. Well, oh dear, that goes against everything I hold dear. I would not normally use an upright vacuum cleaner with a revolving brush on a hard floor. And despite that though, it's left a few big bits. As I was pushing the machine forward, I could see a lot of dirt being scattered back from behind the machine. But it hasn't done all that bad, considering it's got all the fine particles, including the salt, which does surprise me. It's left a few of the bigger particles, some rice there, and obviously some of the bran flakes. But all in all, that's not bad. But I didn't like doing it on this floor. I think really hard floors do need an upright with a brush that you can switch off, or better still, a cylinder cleaner. So I would normally clean the rest of this up using the same machine, but I'm not. I'm leaving it at this because I really didn't like using this vacuum on a hard floor. But if there wasn't so much mess down and you've got quite a hard wearing hard floor, I suppose it would be alright. But when this was produced in '94, there wasn't many vacuum cleaners that you could turn the brush roll off. So this is what you had to use for your hard floors, or just sweep the mess. Right then, I'm going to get my bag of filth out in the living room and spread my muck, and we'll see if the Electrolux Airstream fares any better on carpets. So, here is all the muck on the carpet. Basically everything that has been picked up by various vacuum cleaners over the last few months has been kept in order for me to spread it back down on the carpet, but I've added an extra particle today, some sawdust. But as well as sawdust, obviously we have normal household dust, we have dog hair, we have paper. I even noticed some toenail clippings in that lot. And it's just general detritus that you would hope that any vacuum cleaner could cope with. It's a right old filthy mess. And for this I'm using the Electrolux Airstream on its normal carpet height setting. I might get better results if I go one notch down, but I'm going to do it on Electrolux's suggested setting for this type of carpet, which is normal. And I've got the maximum wattage selected on the variable control. So again, just like I do with a newer cleaner, I'm going to go back and forth through this mess, and then we'll analyse the results and we'll see if the Electrolux Airstream leaves the dreaded line of shame, which is an uncleaned part of the cleaned path. Here goes nothing. Well, that isn't too bad, but not up to my standard. Certainly better than some cleaners I've tested recently, but of course we have here the dreaded line of shame. It's left that rather large bit, I don't know what that is. And I can also see it's not, there's still a lot that might not be picked up on the camera, but because I'm closer to it, there is still a lot, really, of dirt that it's left. I can see several lines of shame actually, very faintly, but there's one there and one there too. And that will be caused by, if we look on the underside of the vacuum, yes, as I thought, the main line of shame is caused by the belt guard, but the other lines of shame have been caused by these two parts here. So they basically stop the machine from brushing in these areas. Some cleaners are better than others at preventing these track lines, but unfortunately this one hasn't done very well. Obviously when I clean the rest of this mess up and I'll go back and forth, I'll overlap the I'll overlap the tracks. Just thinking, I don't know why I said straps, I really don't. Anyway, I'll overline the laps. So I will get everything up, but it will take a few passes, I think, to remove everything. So, I better clean the rest of this mess up. Right, I can see it's not doing a very good job. It is leaving mainly the dog hair. So I'm going to switch it down a notch, which I think will improve the pickup. Well, it was a bit noisy when it was picking up some of those larger particles, but after going over the carpet, it has done a good job. It's brought the pile up, and on closer inspection, yep, that carpet's clean. It was an improvement to do it on this setting here, the one just above hard floor. It did make the machine much more difficult to push, so it was quite a bit of hard work on that setting. So it was easier to push on normal, but obviously we weren't getting the performance. But that, the 1000-watt vacuum cleaner, has done really an acceptable job. I'd be quite happy with that, and most people would be as well. So, what rating shall we give it? I think a 4 out of 5. It did leave a few lines of shame, but obviously that's an extreme case. But all in all, when you're vacuuming with it normally, it has done a good job. We'll give it 3 out of 5 for the hard floor. Right then, we've done carpets, we've done hard floors. Now we need to see how efficient and convenient it is to use with the attached cleaning tools. This is the back of the machine, where we'll find the onboard stretch hose, a long crevice tool, 2-piece extension tube, and the 2-in-1 dusting tool and upholstery nozzle. So if we take the hose out of the bottom, it's got a nice elbow here which is clear, so you can see if there's a blockage. But another good thing about this machine is you can angle the elbow downwards like that, so it does make the machine more stable. So when you're using the cleaning tools and stretching out the hose, you should be able to pull the machine along without it falling over. Let's test that theory. So yes, that's not too bad. It does move along without toppling. When you're doing the stairs, of course, and you need a bit of extra reach, although this is not going to reach up the stairs, you can pivot the elbow upwards like that. Or if you're cleaning up higher, if you're doing your pelmets, you can stretch up like that. But all in all, it's quite a stable machine, even if I'm tugging at the hose. So that's pretty good. It's a pretty good design because of the hose coming out from near the bottom of the machine, unlike some cleaners where the hose comes out near the top and easily topples. This one, even when I'm stretching the hose out, it just follows and doesn't want to topple over. So that's thumbs up so far for the convenience factor. So here's the hand grip, and to the hand grip we can attach any of the tools directly. So we've got here the 2-in-1 tool. So by inserting the handle in this way, we've got a semi-soft dusting brush, looks like the natural brushes, natural bristle. And then if we put the handle in this way, then we've got this upholstery nozzle. You can use that for your upholstery, your stairs and your curtains. So that's that. And obviously when you're using the cleaning tools, especially if you're cleaning something like curtains, you can adjust the motor speed. On the front of the machine here, you can turn the speed down from minimum up to maximum if you need the maximum power, but when you're using the cleaning tools, probably about midway will be more than efficient enough for everything you need to clean. So apart from the 2-in-1 tool, like I say, we've got this nice long crevice tool. It's ideal for going down the sides of your sofa chairs, inside your car, between your car seats. And to give us a bit of extra reach, we've got this 2-piece extension wand. So you've got a slightly shorter wand stored inside the longer one. Let's see, how does it go? That's it. So you can attach, say, the dusting tool to the end of the wand, pop the handle back in. So now I've got extra reach if I want to dust up high, get those cobwebs, or if I want to go along the tops of skirting boards without having to bend down, I can use it like that as well. But I tend to like, when I'm using tools on any vacuum, upright or cylinder, I don't really like to have the extension tube on it if I'm cleaning stairs or upholstery, so I only use the extension tube if I needed the extra reach. But possibly I could use, can you just use one on its own? Yes you can. So if I didn't want to bend so much when I'm cleaning upholstery, I could just say have this one extension tube on. So now I could clean the sofa here without having to bend down. So that's good. Now suction wise, we'll just judge it. Obviously not a scientific test of suction, but just from my own experience. Now for a 1000-watt vacuum cleaner, that's pretty powerful. There are many new vacuums on the market now that use a great deal more than 1000 watts that don't have that sort of suction. Looks like a little character there, doesn't it? That's his hair and his mouth.
Hello, I'm an Electrolux tool. Ooh, what are you looking at?
What are you looking at? Don't know. Don't know, labels dropped off. Right. So yes, it's fairly convenient for doing your upholstery and your other above floor jobs, but what it's not very good at is stairs. So let's take it into the hallway and stretch this bad boy and see how many steps we can get up with the machine at the bottom. Before I go yonder up the stairs to see how far this hose is going to stretch, just point out another little design detail. It's probably no accident that the hose is actually higher than a standard stair. So if it was to come out too low, then you wouldn't be able to have the machine right up against the stair for stability. But as you can see, this is exactly the right height to stand in front of the stair while I'm going up the stairs to clean them. Right then, I've got one extension tube attached to this, and I'm going to see how many stairs up I can do. I think it's only going to be about 6 or 7 if I'm lucky. Right then, here I go up the stairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Easily do 7, but with the one tube attached, I can just about clean 8 stairs with this. So that's not bad. 8 stairs, but then the rest of the stairs I have to carry the machine or balance it on the stair while I'm doing the remainder. Now I'll just grab the other tube, pop that on, and I might just be able to reach... Oh, hang on, wrong way. No, I can't do that. Something's gone wrong. I've put the other tube on, but I can't get the nozzle on. Let's put it on the wrong way, I must have done. There we go, that's it. Is it? Yes. There we are. Sorry about that. There. I've got both tubes attached now, so let's see how many we can do now. Well, only 8 comfortably. I can just about reach 9 steps, but it's not very good. So I think it's best probably to use the machine with just one tube. Again, to take that one off, pop that one back on. It's all a bit like the Rubik's Cube. There we go. So I think for me the best height is just one short extension tube, but it's all right. Most cleaners from this era didn't reach to the top of the stairs. Stair cleaning hoses are fairly common now on all but the most basic tools attached upright. Some of the cheaper ones, they have a rigid hose that doesn't reach even halfway up. But most modern tools attached upright cleaners will reach up the standard flight of 13 stairs. So that ends my brief demo of the Electrolux Airstream 1000. Not a bad vacuum cleaner for 1994, but today we do have better vacuums than that. Although, considering the machine only uses 1000 watts, it's left a clean carpet. I've used the cleaner on stairs and upholstery with the hose. It leaves them clean. We didn't need more than 1000 watts, but obviously in 2017 900 watts will be the maximum allowable for any new vacuum cleaner, any new domestic upright or cylinder vacuum. But it's very robust, well made, And if you can get your hands on a brand new one, yes, go for it. Unfortunately, they are very rare to buy brand new. I was very lucky to get this. And obviously my demos are on a brand new, basically a brand new cleaner. If you were to buy a second-hand machine, it probably wouldn't perform like this one. Not unless you bought new brushes, new belt for it, new filters, new bag. Then it might reach the performance level of this vacuum. But it's a bit difficult to push, especially on this setting, which does give the better results. On the normal setting, easier to push, but the results weren't very good. Hard floor, better than I expected it to be, but still mediocre. But it's a stylish machine, and it's well made. I had the misfortune of unboxing and assembling a brand new Chinese made Hoover Pure Power recently. The results of that will be uploaded to my channel, but the quality of that machine, I was even surprised how bad it was, to be honest. Far worse than I ever remembered them being. But this one, certainly a lot more solidly built than they build them now, the majority of cleaners anyway. And of course, made in Luton, Bedfordshire, in good old Great Britain. That's it then, that's my review of the Airstream. I'm going to clean it up and put her back in her polystyrene coffin so she always stays looking beautiful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon.